Hello, everyone. Just want to read you something. Uh, as I've been saying, we're still in the coronavirus. I can't be with you in person to deliver this to you like in time past. We could go to church, I could go to Meridianville, or I could visit, which I've done so often, and I could deliver this in person. But I don't have that opportunity now, so I want to just read it to you like this, and maybe somebody can share it with you. And but I'm in the book of, I call it Haggai. I hope that's how you pronounce it, Haggai, in the Old Testament. And it says, "Who is left among you?" Now let me start over here. Let me start in the first chapter. Now therefore, I'm in chapter 1, verse 5. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. You have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with drink. You clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to be put in a bag with holes. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountain and bring wood and build a house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord. You looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Saith the Lord of hosts, because of mine house that is waste, and you run every man unto his own house. I'm trying to, we preach the word of God. It seems like, you can capture it in your mind for just a little while, and then it's like the bag with holes in it. It just runs out. So you can't just preach the word of God and that'd be it for all time, for the rest of the time. You have to keep putting it out there. I've been to church and maybe someone preach, or maybe one of our members go visit another church and they'll tell me that Brother so-and-so preached, and I say, what did they preach? And I'm not knocking them because I've done the same thing. And they say, oh, well, it was so good. But they can't put their hand on it. That bag with the holes is already leaked out. God can bless us. And we think, well, that's going to last no telling how long before I'll get down, or before I'll need picking up. I can pick somebody else up. But just in a little bit, it just seems like it evaporates. It's the bag with the holes in it. I'm going to turn over to the same book, chapter 2, and I'm going to start with verse 3. It says, who is left among you that saw this house in her first glory? And how do you see it now? Is it not in your eyes in comparison of it as nothing? We talked about the shields of gold and settling for less. I want it to be that when we hand this baton down from generation to generation, it can be just like it was here. I don't want it to get to where the younger generation can't experience and see what the older generation has seen. It says, yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and strong, O Joshua, son of Josedech, the high priest, and be strong, all ye people of the land, saith the Lord, and work, for I am with you, saith the Lord of hosts, according to the word that I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you. Fear not. So thankful we got that spirit that's still among us. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once, it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land, and I will shake all nations, and the desire of nations shall come, and I will fill this house with the glory, saith the Lord of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith the Lord. The glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former, saith the Lord of hosts. And in the place will I give peace, saith the Lord of hosts. I know I've said when there was no Moses, there was a Joshua. So I believe it's going to come on down. That I know when my grandson was born, it was in 1990, and this is 2020, so 30. He's 30, be 30 years old in end this year. But my daughter, she said she was moaning the fact that here she is was just starting a family in 1990, and it looked like it was so close to the end. And I made this remark to her. I said, maybe he will be the one that we need at that particular time. So I believe God will provide us someone. And I want to be a help all I know to do. As I said a little bit ago, and I'm going to try to wrap this up, I can't be with you in person, but I can be with you this way. I know Paul wrote letters. He wrote letters from jail, and that's the way they got the word out. Now we've got different means. If I wanted to tell you what I'm telling you, it would take 2 or 3 days or more for a letter to get to you. But now we've got means that we can get this out here almost instantaneously, at the latest in just 30 minutes to an hour. So it's good. If we use it, it's good. And so I'm thankful for it. During this time of the coronavirus, we're not getting to go to church. We're limited to 9 or less. We're doing all we know to do at our church. We got the band out. We have a Zoom out meeting on Wednesday night. We long for the day we can get back together, but the fact is we can't right now, so we got this. And maybe you feel like I'm wearing you out with it, but some people are just hungry to get a word from anybody at any time. So if you need anything, let me know. May God bless you is my prayer.